we'll move on to our second keynote speaker, and with great pleasure introduce you to Li Chong. Li, welcome to Bang. And would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your work and what you do?
Thank you very much, Diana. Can you hear me well? Yes, okay. Good morning to everyone. It's such a privilege to be here, invited by Vanessa to speak to all of you. I'm Lily. I'm actually originally from Malaysia, but I reside in Ostend in Belgium. I think it's important for me to also to say that living in Belgium with three main languages doesn't make it so easy for a newcomer or a migrant to settle down here. So I actually studied law in Manchester University many years ago, and then 12 years ago I moved to Belgium, and I had to start all over again. And I started all over again by taking part in many volunteer work to be able to practice Dutch, which is where it's mostly spoken in Flanders, where I live. So Ostend and Brugge, where I now work, we use a lot of Dutch language. I'm going to try to show my presentation. So can you see my presentation?
Not yet, Lily, no. You
okay.
go on to share screen and see if you can.
Because I thought I did, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Don't worry. There it is. It's coming now.
Okay. Yes. So as I said, I've lived here for 12 years. I do not have actually so my background is non-conventional, how I ended up in this cultural institution, this cultural temple in Concertgebouw Brugge. It's quite accidental and really coincidental how I landed up here. It has a lot to do with my personality as someone who is really curious to how other people are, and I talk to almost everyone, also in the trains when I commute. I speak to everyone on the street. I've also organized a lot of neighborhood events, and I've taken part in many different projects, social projects. So I could use that as a medium to practice as much Dutch to be able to speak it fluently. So my network has grown so much in these years in Ostend and also Brugge, because I myself look towards different activities and projects as a participant. And I also really look towards cultural institutions, cultural organizations, the library, as a hub for me to be able to meet people and also to practice the language. And this is how from the perspective as a user, I have gained some experience in seeing how a migrant and how people who are the non-visitors potentially see these places, because I came in contact with a lot of refugees, with people who do not otherwise find their way to these institutions, because I was myself a participant in different social projects. I see myself as a connector and a storyteller, because I love to listen and share stories of others. And I do that mostly through social media. So I don't claim to be a social media expert, but it's something that just organically grew. And I use TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram to connect people and to connect different stories, because I realized that everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has something to share. And I have learned so much from them, and learning from them has given me sort of perspective on how do I reach out to them, and how can I make myself relevant? How can we make Concertgebouw Brugge relevant to them? How can we make our projects speak to them, and that they will feel welcome here? Because like Alexia said, just opening your door wider doesn't guarantee that people will find their way to your institution. But if you find them as they are, where they are, and you speak to them, and you sort of make your institution and your projects relevant to them, so you open doors for them, then they will naturally, take part in the projects. And then the idea is also not only reach out to these people, but also the people that they come in contact with. So my official function since November 2020, 2020, is participation and outreach staff at Concertgebouw Brugge. It's because I will return. This is Concertgebouw Brugge. For those of you who don't know this building, it's a huge building, massive building, where people can come to Brugge to watch international classical music performance and also international contemporary dance. So this building itself is centrally located in Brugge. Many people usually go to the older monuments, but they will walk past Concertgebouw Brugge without realizing that, okay, they walked past it. Now, the idea is that Concertgebouw Brugge is trying to open its doors and to introduce itself as an open house to people from Brugge. And so from last year, my function is a new function created in Concertgebouw Brugge to form sort of a bridge between this building and the activities and the projects of this building with the people from out of the building. So my job and focus is outreach. I am often a lot on my bicycle going to different places and organizations to meet potential new partners and people we have not reached yet. So just to give a quick idea, Concertgebouw Brugge, we are with about 65 staff members, and everybody comes from diverse background. That's also something that I want to share, from different countries and also different disciplines. And also as an institution, we internally learn a lot from each other, because everybody comes, some people come from education, and I come from actually legal background, and then some people come from the cultural sector, but it's a huge diversity in our building.
Lili, I just want to jump in. Sorry to we just need to move on a little quickly, so we have plenty of time for comments and discussion. If you could possibly.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
So, so my way of working is that I try to identify different partners. I can't do it alone. And I work together with different partners like community centers and also the diversity department of City of Brugge. And I also go a lot to the local language classes here, because a lot of migrants go to learn Dutch in the schools. And it's I also work with non-conventional partners like Covias, that works with people who are really vulnerable, and by gaining their trust, by taking part in similar projects as them, we have also managed to reach out to them to take part in projects of Concertgebouw. This is my last slide. This is just an example, an anecdote of a Ukrainian lady, Ukrainian refugee that landed in Brugge. She did not have a huge network, but she knew this organization where I got to know in the beginning of my job. And I was at the same time also looking for participants for a new project where we search for participants from different backgrounds and different age groups to make music together in Concertgebouw Brugge. So this lady, Ina, she saw herself as a Ukrainian refugee in the beginning, but now she can always come into Concertgebouw whenever the doors are open to play the piano in our entrance hall. And she's also really at home and comfortable in the building. And I see also many Ukrainians finding their way to Concertgebouw Brugge because of projects like this, and also her participation in this project. Okay.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Lili.